What happens when the world's most popular sport becomes a massive crime scene? From federal stings to fixed matches, here are the 5 biggest scandals in football history. The Zinedine Zidane headbutt on Marco Materazzi during the 2006 World Cup final is arguably the most famous moment in the history of the tournament. It was a Shakespearean tragedy, a legendary player's final professional game ending in a moment of madness that cost his country the trophy. The incident, July 9, 2006. The match between France and Italy was tied 1-1 in extra time. Both goals had been scored by the protagonists, Zidane for France, a Panenka penalty, and Materazzi for Italy. The setup. In the 110th minute, as the two players jogged away from the Italian penalty area, they were seen exchanging words. Zidane initially walked away with a slight smile, but after another comment from Materazzi, he suddenly stopped, turned around, and drove his forehead into Materazzi's chest, knocking the Italian to the ground. The red card. The referee, Horacio Elizondo, did not see the incident. It was only after a consultation with the fourth official, Luis Medina Cantalejo, who reportedly saw it on a television monitor, that Zidane was shown a straight red card. The image. The most haunting image of the night was Zidane walking past the World Cup trophy toward the dressing room, his head bowed, knowing his career was over. What was actually said? For years, the world speculated about what could have provoked such a calm player. Rumors ranged from racial slurs to insults about Zidane's mother. The reality, Materazzi had been tugging at Zidane's jersey. Zidane sarcastically said, "If you want my shirt, I'll give it to you at the end." The insult, Materazzi responded, "I would prefer your sister." He later confirmed in interviews that he used a more vulgar phrasing. Zidane's stance. Zidane later apologized to children and fans, but stated he could never regret the action, as that would be like admitting Materazzi had the right to say what he did. France lost 5-3 on penalties. Zidane, their best penalty taker, was in the locker room. FIFA punishment. Zidane was banned for 3 games, academics since he retired, and fined 7,500 CHF. Materazzi was banned for 2 games for provocation. The golden ball. Despite the red card, Zidane had already been voted the tournament's best player. FIFA faced pressure to strip him of the award, but ultimately let him keep it. The statue. The moment was so iconic that a 16-foot bronze statue of the headbutt was created by artist Adel Abdesmed and displayed in Paris and Qatar. Unlike most scandals that ruin a player's reputation, the headbutt almost added to the myth of Zidane. In France, he remained a hero. The incident is seen as a human moment, a man defending his family's honor even at the highest cost.
Luis Suarez is the only player in modern football history to have a hat trick of biting incidents. Each bite occurred at a different stage of his career, in a different country, and resulted in increasingly severe punishments. The first bite, Ajax, November 2010. While playing for Ajax in the Eredivisie, Suarez bit PSV Eindhoven's Otman Bakal on the shoulder during a heated argument on the pitch. The punishment? The Dutch FA, KNVB, handed him a 7-match ban. The nickname? The Dutch newspaper De Telegraaf famously labeled him the cannibal of Ajax. The aftermath? During his suspension, he was sold to Liverpool, meaning he left the Netherlands under a dark cloud of controversy. The second bite, Liverpool, April 2013. This is perhaps his most famous bite because it happened in the Premier League against Chelsea defender Bronislav Ivanovic. The incident? During a tussle in the penalty area, Suarez grabbed Ivanovic's arm and bit into his forearm. The referee missed the incident at the time, and Suarez actually went on to score a 97th-minute equalizer. The punishment? The FA took retrospective action and gave him a 10-match ban. The reaction? Even the British Prime Minister at the time, David Cameron, commented on the incident, saying it set an appalling example for children. Liverpool fined Suarez, but famously stood by him, which drew heavy criticism from anti-violence groups. The third bite, Uruguay, June 2014. The triple was completed on the world's biggest stage, the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, during a crucial group stage match against Italy. The incident? In the 79th minute, Suarez clashed with Italian defender Giorgio Chiellini. He leaned in and bit Chiellini's shoulder. The deception? Immediately after the bite, Suarez fell to the ground clutching his own teeth, attempting to look like the victim. Chiellini pulled down his jersey to show the referee the clear bite marks. The heavy punishment. FIFA handed down a landmark sentence: 9-match international ban, 4 months ban from all football-related activity. He couldn't even enter a stadium. 100,000 Swiss francs fine. The fallout? Just like with Ajax, he was sold during his suspension, this time moving from Liverpool to FC Barcelona. He had to train in secret for months because he was banned from club facilities. Suarez eventually saw a sports psychologist to address his impulse control. He explained in his autobiography that the biting was a buildup of extreme pressure and adrenaline, an instantaneous reaction to frustration that he couldn't control in the heat of the moment. Poetic justice? In the 2018 World Cup, Suarez and Chiellini met again. Instead of a bite, they shared a friendly hug before the game, signaling that the cannibal era was finally over.
The Ryan Giggs scandal is one of the most significant in the history of British sport, not just for the details of the betrayal, but for the legal battle that permanently changed how the UK media handles the privacy of celebrities. 1. The Super Injunction, May 2011. For years, Ryan Giggs had a reputation as a quiet, loyal family man. That image was shattered when rumors surfaced of an affair with Big Brother star Imogen Thomas. The gag order. Giggs spent an estimated £150,000 on a super injunction, legally known as CTB versus News Group newspapers. This made it illegal for any journalist in England or Wales to name him in connection with the affair. The Twitter campaign. In a landmark moment for the internet age, the injunction backfired. Tens of thousands of Twitter users posted his name in defiance of the law. The reveal. The legal order was finally broken when Liberal Democrat MP John Hemming used parliamentary privilege to name Giggs in the House of Commons, arguing that it was ridiculous that thousands of people on the internet knew the name, while the newspapers were forbidden from printing it. 2. The Brothers' Betrayal, June 2011. While the Imogen Thomas scandal was breaking, a far more devastating revelation emerged. Giggs's sister-in-law, Natasha Giggs, went to the press to confess that she and Ryan had been having a secret affair for 8 years. The betrayal. Natasha was married to Ryan's brother, Rhodri Giggs. The affair had been ongoing for nearly a decade, continuing through Natasha's engagement and marriage to Rhodri, and through Ryan's own marriage and his wife's pregnancies. The pregnancy. Natasha revealed that she had become pregnant with Ryan's child and had an abortion just weeks before her wedding to Rhodri in 2010. The family split. The scandal tore the family apart. In a bizarre twist, Ryan's mother took Ryan's side, leading to a decade-long estrangement from Rhodri. 3. The Domestic Abuse Trial, 2020 to 2023. A decade after the initial scandals, Giggs faced criminal charges following an incident at his home involving his then-girlfriend, Kate Greville. The charges:
Giggs was charged with coercive and controlling behavior and assault against Kate Greville, as well as common assault against her sister Emma. The evidence. The trial in 2022 was highly publicized, involving 19,000 leaked messages that painted a picture of a volatile relationship. Giggs admitted in court to being a serial cheat and unfaithful in all his past relationships. The outcome, 2023. The first trial ended with a hung jury. They couldn't reach a verdict. A retrial was scheduled in 2023, but the Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, dropped all charges after Kate Greville expressed an unwillingness to testify again due to the toll the first trial had taken on her. Giggs was formally found not guilty.
The Eric Cantona Kung Fu kick is the ultimate example of a player losing control, yet somehow becoming even more of an icon because of it. It remains the most shocking moment in Premier League history. The incident, January 25, 1995. The setting was Selhurst Park during a match between Manchester United and Crystal Palace. The red card. Early in the second half, Cantona was sent off for a retaliatory kick at Palace defender Richard Shaw, who had been marking him aggressively all night. The walk of shame. As Cantona walked toward the dressing room, escorted by the United kitman, he was targeted by a 20-year-old Crystal Palace fan named Matthew Simmons. The assault. Simmons had run down 11 rows of seats to the front of the stands. Reports of what he shouted vary. Simmons claimed he said, "It's an early bath for you, Mr. Cantona," but witnesses, and Cantona's defense, alleged it was a stream of xenophobic abuse, including "F off back to France, you French bastard." Flurry of punches. The legal and professional fallout. The reaction in England was one of moral panic. One newspaper headline famously read, "The night football died of shame." The bans. Manchester United initially suspended Cantona for the rest of the season. The FA then extended the ban to 8 months, effectively ending his season and half of the next. Criminal charges. Cantona was charged with common assault. He was initially sentenced to 2 weeks in prison. After spending just 3 hours in a cell, he was granted bail and eventually had the sentence reduced to 120 hours of community service on appeal. International career. He was stripped of the French national team captaincy and never played for France again, missing out on their 1998 World Cup win. The Seagulls and the Trawler. At the height of the media frenzy, Manchester United held a press conference. Cantona walked in, sat down, took a sip of water, and delivered one of the most famous, cryptic lines in history before walking out. "When the seagulls follow the trawler, it's because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much." He was essentially calling the journalists seagulls, who were only following him around, hoping to scavenge a bit of gossip or drama, the sardines. The victim's own drama. The scandal didn't just affect Cantona. The fan, Matthew Simmons, became a notorious figure in his own right. During his own trial for using threatening behavior, Simmons famously lost his temper and launched himself over a bench to attack the prosecution lawyer, resulting in a 7-day prison sentence for contempt of court. The 1994 World Cup was supposed to be Diego Maradona's glorious redemption tour. After serving a 15-month ban for cocaine in 1991, he had lost weight, gotten fit, and led Argentina to a dominant start in the USA. Instead, it became the most heartbreaking exit for any player in history. The iconic image, the nurse. The most haunting moment of the scandal happened on June 25, 1994, after Argentina defeated Nigeria 2-1.
As the final whistle blew, a blonde nurse in a white uniform, Sue Carpenter, walked onto the pitch, took Maradona by the hand, and led him away to the drug testing room. The irony: Maradona was smiling and waving to the fans, seemingly unaware that he was walking toward the end of his international career. This remains the only time a player has been escorted off a World Cup pitch by a medical official for a test. The failed test, ephedrine. A few days later, the results came back. Maradona had tested positive for 5 variants of ephedrine, a banned stimulant that increases heart rate and boosts energy. Maradona's defense: he claimed it was an honest mistake. His personal trainer had bought an over-the-counter energy drink, Rip Fuel, in the United States, not realizing the American version contained ephedrine, whereas the Argentine version he usually used did not. The conspiracy. Maradona and his supporters famously believed FIFA had set him up. He argued that FIFA wanted his star power to sell tickets in America, but didn't want him to actually win the trophy. "They have cut off my legs." In a tearful television interview, after being expelled from the tournament, Maradona uttered his most famous quote, "Me cortaron las piernas." They have cut off my legs. He felt that by banning him, FIFA hadn't just punished him, they had robbed him of the very thing that made him whole. The impact on Argentina. The scandal didn't just ruin Maradona, it destroyed the entire Argentine team's morale. Before the ban, Argentina looked like the best team in the world, winning their first 2 games with ease. After the ban, shattered by the loss of their leader, they lost their next game to Bulgaria and were promptly knocked out by Romania in the round of 16. Which of these scandals shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for more action.